Okay, so today I'm going to tell you about someone who's somewhat of an inspiration to me. He changes the way that I think about comedy and the way that I think about the world. And he is definitely the most interesting person you've probably never heard of. This man is Brian Wecht. He is a theoretical physicist, currently working as a lecturer at Queen Mary Uni in London. He, once again, is a theoretical physicist, so he specializes in string theory and supersymmetry. He's worked at MIT, Princeton, the University of Michigan, and even Harvard University. Basically, he's very smart. He's a smart cookie. And he has this affection, I suppose. This affection for science. And it expands beyond just working with theoretical physics. Brian Wecht is actually a co-founder of a podcast / live show called the Story Collider. Now this podcast shares many stories to do with science. Now these aren't just lectures or just stories about how things were discovered. These are personal stories. The people at the Story Collider believe that everyone has a story or a time in their life where science has affected them, and science surrounds us. So, in a way, for everyone, there has been a point where science has made you who you are today, not just through genetics. So yes. Also, this is the point where I found about Brian Wecht. He has a bachelor degree in music, so specifically jazz theory and composition. He plays the piano and the keyboard, and he used this to go around improvisational comedy and sketch comedy within the New York scene. He was quite good at it. He worked as an actor in the scenes, and he also helped the scenes by playing off on the side. I can't remember the word. Accompanied them. So he would play the soundtracks to the scenes, and that could even change how the scenes feel if he suddenly changed up to a different genre or something like that. So it worked very well with certain games. And he even got to the point where he was a musical director at the Boston Improv Asylum, which is quite a big deal. It's quite a big place for improvisational comedy. And yeah. Then in 2009, he received an email. This email was from a scruffy Jewish hippie known by the name of Danny Avedon. Now Danny had heard pretty much that Brian rocked, and that's Danny there in the woodwork, and he wanted to jam with him. So Brian went along reluctantly at first. Saw a guy with a Jew fro living in a building with about 20 other people in it. Rubbish everywhere. Basically it seemed like a homeless shelter. And then he played with them, and they instantly clicked. They didn't think they would. When they first met, they were like, we're too different. But they played, and instantly they're like, this is incredible. We have to work with this. So soon enough, the band Ninja Sex Party was formed. Now this is a comedy band that plays 80s style songs, or 80s inspired rather. And through this, the characters were created, ignore the extra girls, the characters of Danny Sexbang, a sex-crazed ex-ninja who just wants to dance in his life. And then, of course, Brian became Ninja Brian. He is a silent, sociopathic best friend of Danny Sexbang, and possibly the only person ever to be able to put up with that guy. So, through this character, Brian has been able to achieve many feats. He has been able to swiftly kill a man whilst also writing a tasty tune. He has been able to explode things with his mind. He's been able to shave Danny's face with the swipe of his hand. He has been able to satellite buildings with his hand. And he has been able to make objects appear and project also from his hands. And somehow he has been the only man to ever kill the Slender Man. Yes, he's that good. Now, all these feats were achieved through Ninja Sex Party, and you can go watch their videos through the YouTube channel Ninja Sex Party, and you will see many of these things as well as find their songs. There have been 2 albums that have been released from Ninja Sex Party, almost 3. One of them was called NSFW, and the other one was called Strawberries and Cream. Yeah. Both of them have a lot of songs. Of course, everything is sort of, well, Brian said it's very based around overtly sexual jokes that were pretty much old many years ago. So they like to work off of the obvious jokes and then have some sort of slapstick and all that stuff in there. Brian actually kills Danny in pretty much every music video that they've done. If he doesn't kill him, then he hurts him somehow. Because Danny Sexbang has the ability to piss off Ninja Brian so stupidly. Everyone else that was in the vicinity of Ninja Brian would probably have their neck snapped. But Danny Sexbang is lucky to be his best friend, but he kind of throws that away when he calls him things like fat and ugly, and claims that Ninja Brian is the one half of the band that has an STD where they're trying to get a girl to have sex with one of them. Yeah. Welcome to Ninja Sex Party. And also, Ninja Sex Party has done some collaborations with Ego Raptor, if you know who that is, a popular YouTube animator. And they formed the band Starbomb. Now this was a gaming-related band, so they had songs about Mario. There's one called Luigi's Ballad. There's one called Regretroid about Metroid. And there's a whole bunch of stuff. They're all pretty crazy, all very funny, and all that stuff. There's also another Starbomb album on the way, so that should be good. I had handouts. They're in my bag. I'll give you them after. But anyway, so that's Brian Wecht. He's very crazy. He lives quite a wishy-washy life. The fact that he's a theoretical physicist, a comedian, and then of course he appears on the internet in I think it's an Amazon-bought ninja outfit, killing dummies and hanging out with bikini babes. So, yeah, he's just very cool, and he's definitely inspired some of my own sort of comedic stylings. So, yeah, thank you.